You're not crazy. You're postpartum, and there's a real difference. I'm Mandy Stryke. I'm a family nurse practitioner, mom of two littles, and postpartum nutrition specialist. And this is Postpartum Real Talk, the show where we stop the sugarcoating and give you clinical clarity and the honest conversation you actually deserve. Let's get into it. Welcome to Postpartum Real Talk, Episode 1. This is why this podcast needs to exist. Every single day, postpartum women are sitting in their OB office saying something is wrong and being told everything looks fine. And this podcast exists because fine just is not good enough anymore. Imagine you're a mom sitting in your car after your 6-week postpartum visit, being told you're cleared. You talked about birth control, you got cleared to have intercourse, and they said, see you in a year or if you get pregnant sooner. But something still feels deeply wrong. You haven't slept. You feel off. You're not yourself, and you're crying every day. You're not crazy, you're postpartum, and there is a difference. This show is for the moms who have been dismissed or feel confused or made to feel like you should be grateful and not complaining about feeling not like yourself or like you're in a body that doesn't even belong to you. You just gave birth to a human. You carried and grew a human being inside of your body for 10 months. And then you go through the most strenuous thing you will ever go through, birth, and your body is depleted from nutrients and just sleep, hormones. Your hormones crash. We can get into it, but your body is going through a lot. You're not going to feel normal 6 weeks later. We tell people sprained ankles take about 3 to 6 months to heal. So why would major abdominal surgery or a vaginal delivery not get the same type of care? We follow up with people in healthcare for everything. We start a new medication. We see you in 1 month. We don't like how you're having a symptom. I don't know what's wrong with you. I'll see you in 1 month. But with postpartum moms, we check in 6 weeks later, not to mention anything in the first 6 weeks. But we see you at 6 weeks. We say you're cleared, and then we don't see you again for who knows how long. And that is not okay. It's not enough, and moms deserve so much more. Postpartum is insanely difficult. Not only are your hormones at a different level than they've ever been in your entire life, you're nutrient depleted, you're exhausted, you're also expected to care for a newborn. And if you are breastfeeding, that newborn is solely existing off of what you are giving it. So there's just so much more to postpartum than many people understand. And honestly, when I talk about postpartum, many people just assume that I'm talking about postpartum depression because nobody actually talks about everything else included in the postpartum period. So I'm here to prepare you, validate you, understand, educate, advocate, whatever you need as a postpartum mom. I am here for you and I'm here to support you. Even as a family nurse practitioner and postpartum nurse background, I was just so blessed to go through this postpartum period with my two best friends who are also postpartum nurses and had babies within 2 months of each other, all of us being our first babies. And it's crazy because it's so lonely, even if you have the best partner and the best friends and the best moms surrounding you. Postpartum is very lonely because you carry a responsibility for a human that nobody else does. And you are the person who knows your baby better than anyone else. And you're feeding your baby, you're providing for your baby, all while recovering yourself. And going through that can be very lonely. So I am here to offer that community and support and be your village to validate you and help you feel less crazy and less alone. Every episode of this podcast has real clinical information as well as emotional validation. There's no fluff, there's no toxic positivity. We will cover hormones, nutrition, mental health, recovery, identity, literally all of it. And I plan to bring on clinicians. I plan to bring on nutritionists, researchers, moms with real stories, everyone in every specialty that has to do with postpartum. I want to bring on here so I can have a wealth of education and knowledge to share with you. And again, just make you feel validated and less alone, because every postpartum experience is different, even just from baby one to baby number two. But we all go through it, and with a lack of support. Every episode should leave you feeling more supported, informed, and confident in your postpartum period. Make sure you subscribe so that way you never miss an episode, and click on the link in the show notes to grab your free guide, Is This Normal? A Clinician's Honest Guide to the First 12 Weeks Postpartum. Send this episode to a mom in your life who needs to hear it. I'll see you in episode 2, where we go through 25 things that nobody warned you about after having a baby. Trust me, you're going to want that one.